Hey there, welcome to day 1715 of What You're Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey as I originally transitioned in 2017, the brick and mortar corporate world of businesses, 27 different businesses, at least 27 different industries in my corporate and private life. Over a quarter century, working in some of the coolest corporations on the planet, both publicly traded and privately held. So got a little bit of experience in both of those broad categories. Learned early on in my career that by switching jobs and switching industries, I could make huge leaps in my earning potential and in the results I was getting in my life and in my career. Because a lot of what we learn, a lot of skills we have, are transferable from industry to industry and business to business. We're told that they're not. We're led to believe that we go to school, we go to college, we get a degree, we get a job in that area, and then we're going to work for a company. At least that's what I was led to believe when I was going to college, and was in for a rude awakening when it came, and actually a good awakening, because I learned early on in my career that by switching from one business and one corporation to the next, I could, double and triple my income, not just get my 1 to 3% life increase or increase with that particular company, which good for the companies for keeping people and being able to just add small increases to their lives and people living that way. But I learned that I'd much rather double and triple my income and move from job to job and get more experiences so I could run my businesses better. So today we're talking about trust, the trust paradox, which is people who can't trust can't be trusted. We talked about that. We're going to do about 20 days or so, or 3 weeks of paradoxes, different paradoxes, which are statements that seem absurd or contradictory on the surface, but if you start thinking about them, you're like, oh my gosh, that's actually quite profound and quite true. Now, it might not be true for you. Maybe you don't believe that people who don't trust can't be trusted, or that they aren't trustworthy. And maybe your experience has substantiated that, but it might be just the opposite as well. You might believe people who can trust can be trusted, which is just the opposite. It's two different sides of the coin. We're both saying the same thing, but we're looking at it in a positive or negative way. So I like paradoxes from that point, in terms of they force me to look at things from a different point of view, a different perspective. So I shared 10 different ways that we can build trust, because our idiom to correspond with this for Supersize Your Business is I don't trust somebody, or trust somebody as far as I can throw them, or trust somebody as far as you can throw them, or as far as you can see them, which basically is a representation of profound mistrust, right? If I don't trust somebody as far as I can throw them, and I'm not very strong, so I can't throw them very far, probably, depending on how big the person is, even a small person I couldn't throw very far, and they would still be somewhere that I could see them. So those kind of tie together. Been around since the 1800s, the 1870s. I think as far as I can throw someone was first documented. But I shared 10 ways that we can build trust, valuing the long-term relationships, honoring your commitments, being honest, admitting when you're wrong, being kind, being helpful, communicating effectively, being vulnerable, being transparent, being showing people that you care about them. People, again, don't care about you until they know how much you care about them, especially when it comes to business transactions and business sales. Nothing will turn a person off faster than you don't care about their business at all. You don't value at all that they're willing to exchange their money for your products or services. And then standing up for what's right and what we believe in. I could talk about that probably for a week, but how important it is to set the example of what we want to see in the world, especially when it comes to being leaders in building and growing and supersizing our businesses. So working on that, huge projects at home. I probably look tired and exhausted because I pretty much am, but I want to make sure I'm continuing to show up in the world, doing what I said I was going to do. I committed to an annual challenge. I will be here every single day. I think it was pretty late the other day before I posted, just day before yesterday, because we were moving a lot of things, and when we're moving and depending on other people's schedules, I need to be more flexible in when I can do my things. And I am pretty flexible these days. All right, if I can help you anyway, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Go be trustworthy so that you can be more trusting of other people. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow.